Hey, what's up with it, y'all? Appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Hope everybody's having a great beginning of the week. We definitely have some things to inform y'all on. It's been some changes in a few things. Shout out to Lady Hale on a wonderful event for the expected mothers with a community baby shower, which she held on this past Saturday. Um, it was definitely an excellent event, and we definitely appreciate Lady Hill for putting on for our community like she always does. Let's get Brother Emmanuel in here so we can get the show started for sure. Hey, what's up with it, Cherie? Yeah, how everybody doing? What's going on, Brother Emmanuel?
So with it was good. And we
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
As always,
Yes, sir.
starting off as a special night. I want to thank everybody for being here. You wanted to finish what you were saying. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You was talking about Lady
No,
Hill.
yeah, she had a excellent event on this past Saturday for all of the expectant mothers and mothers, with the neighborhood community baby shower. And this is something that she's going to be doing. I believe every month she's going to be doing a community baby shower for the community.
That's right.
So that's that's a great thing. That Lady Hill is doing it for our community as well, because it's a lot of expected mothers, that needs a lot of this stuff that she does have and that people are working as well.
That's real. That's real, man. So we all gonna, always salute the Queen Lady Hill and the Shining All Stars, the Shining Stars, and the great things that they do in the community. I just I apologize. If I didn't say I would the correct name, but y'all can look up the Lady Hill and y'all know what she does. And any of y'all that don't know, again, look her up for yourself so you can find out on your own. But she's put in a lot of work, and like Critical say, we salute her. But I am the Houstonian. The Houston haters hate to hear because I always scream it loud and clear 24/7, 365. I represent the truth, the Critical Show. Good News EP on Minds. Come to y'all tonight. It's a magnificent Monday night. This is Slick Talk. We're going to shoot at you from the lip, not from the hip. So nobody get scared, nobody get uncomfortable. Instead, pull your seat up. We're about to do it in the spirit of our brother Gary Monroe. And let's go. Tonight's show dedicated to my cousin, my cousin, my fam, my big bro, big uncle, godfather, all of that encompassed because, he came up under my dad's generation. So that was like my dad's first uh, a Houston, a Houston great, now a Houston legend. You know, if y'all was watching or if y'all was seeing the promo all day long, we've been promoting on the flyer. What this show tonight is dedicated to. It is dedicated to our brother, Dexter Grace. So we send much love to his memory and all the great things this brother has done. He was known in the Bill Pickett community as one of the great black cowboys, calf ropers. He taught a lot. I mean, just cowboy world. You can look him up. And you can see, he's a phenomenal brother, straight out of this H. You know what I'm saying? Straight out of Houston. And to know him, man, it was a blessing. It was an honor, man. To know him personally, for him to be my relative. And one that I was able to look up to. That's one of the reasons. We do the hat. You know what I'm saying? True Texans, where they hats. You know what I'm saying? And the black culture. This is not nothing new. This is not copying nobody. We instituted this. We brought this in. And so a lot of our brothers and sisters down here that love that Western life, that cowboy life, this is what they wear. This is their outfits, boots, hats, you know, and different types of apparel like that, but just showing, your southern roots, mixed in with your love for that rodeo life. It's a big thing in Texas. It's a big thing in Houston. Here in H-Town, we have our carnival every year in the rodeo, and they always have that Black Heritage Night. Man, when you go out, you'll see black folks and just black excellence, just magnificence, looking beautiful. You know what I'm saying? In they cowboy and cowgirl, as they call it, apparel, or we call it Texans. You know what I'm saying? But it's magnificent. And this brother, he represented real tough. Out of South Park, out of Third Ward, inner city. You know what I'm saying? In his own words. So as we started the show, I'm gonna give everybody a little quick few second video about this brother. There we go.
Legend, Mr. Dexter Gray, how you doing, sir? I've been trying to check you down for a long time now, and I finally come to the Solomon Thanksgiving roping out, and I heard your name. I said, hey, there he is. So for those that don't know, you're originally from?
Houston, Texas.
All right, what part? What part?
South Park, Third Ward, in the inner city, believe it or not, cowboy.
Wow. So what were some of the heights of your career as a camp roper?
My deal was mainly, man, I had a lot of match roping. I mean, I love roping so much. I did a lot of match roping, and I beat a lot of the best.
Okay.
But as for my highlights, I mean, I roped Cody O, me and Cody O match rope. That was a big highlight of my roping. It was a heck of a rope.
Okay. That's fantastic. So, there's a lot of young and mature cat ropers. They mention your name in interviews that you were one of the guys that instructed them, or one of the guys that they wanted to be like. How does that feel?
Oh, that feels real good. That feels that evidently I was doing something that a lot of people like. A lot of people said I was the people's champ.
Yes.
I was more kind of like, I heard one guy say he's the most.
Let's talk about Warman Kyle with one and only the legend, Mr. Dexter Gray.
But yeah, that's just a little snippet, y'all. And y'all can go check out the video, yourself right on YouTube under this brother named A.D. Hutton, Dexter Grace. He's one of the greats in the cowboy world. Y'all can look up their site and y'all can see the many people that came and did videos. Right now on Facebook, if you type in his name, you'll see the many people that's pouring their love and condolences out to the family. And so I thank everybody for those condolences, for all of those great words of love, for his family and for his great memory, man. And so, y'all can see it if you want to, but this is a great man of H-Town. This is one of the originators, and he's well known in that world. And so that's why we dedicate tonight to him and now his legacy, to his family, the Theory Nation. It's a lot of different families inside that tribe, and that tribe encompass one family named the Graces, and that's who his mother and father is. That's where he gets his line from. So, he has other sisters, and lots of cousins, brothers, uncles, aunties, people just love him, man. And the things that he was doing in this world, were bigger than how he was acknowledged, and sometimes I hate that, some of our greats in the H don't get the acknowledgement they need during the time that they here, but, hopefully in the future, we're going to push forward and make sure he get the acknowledgement he needs, just like everybody in our community, all of us. We have to be the ones that stand up for each other and show the great works that we done did in our lives, because I promise you, if you do something bad, they don't mind putting you out there. So when people do stuff good, it's for us to acknowledge that. And so, this is my greatest gift to my big cousin. Uh, he used to, when my son was here, man, he used to have my son up on them horses because my son loved them horses. All because of his big cousin Dexter. He loved it to see that cowboy image that had been portrayed to us only by white men. So when we saw black men doing it and having the boots and the hats, we was like, "Ooh, they tough." You know what I'm saying? They stiff. You know what I mean? And we liked it, and so it became us. We started wearing the belt buckles, and I know a lot of people back in the '80s who got ass whoopings with them belts that had names stitched in them.
Yeah.
That was that cowboy way. You know what I'm saying? The big fro, and the big hat, and the ring. You know what I'm saying? You was tough Texan, and
Yeah.
real talk. Him and a lot of our brothers out there, they represented that, and they made it to where we didn't feel like we was taking something from somebody. We felt like that was really us. That was us naturally. Even with the drawl that he got, a lot of people would say, "Oh man, that sound like no, that sound like us. That's us. That's been him. That ain't no joke. Ain't putting on no performance." And there's a lot of them out there, that
Yeah.
are getting recognized and aren't getting recognized. But I gotta recognize him because he's done some great stuff, not just because he's my family, but he has done great stuff. So when the family tune in, we're gonna be sure to let everyone know of the the celebration of life and the times and the date, the place, for all those that want to come out. But we damn sure want to make sure this is a great celebration of his life because he was one of those ones that was so real. You know what I'm saying? That he didn't judge nobody. He ain't look down on nobody. You got family members that, do all that judgmental shit and you don't like to be around them. But then you got those that don't and they treat you, you know what I'm saying, like they want to be treated. And those are the ones you feel comfortable with. Those are the ones that, it hurts a lot when they go out. And sad to say he passed away at a nice early age uh, from a car accident on Friday morning in Humble, Texas, somewhere out along Atascocita. Uh, some kind of way his vehicle ran into an obstruction and the it caused the motor to push into the vehicle and it caused the steering wheel to crush his chest. And they tried to give him life-saving medical care at the Kingwood Hospital, but there wasn't anything he can do. They feel like he left as soon as it happened, but they didn't officially call it that at the scene. They gave him some help. They attempted, but the damages were just a little too severe, and Beautiful Life was, has come to its end. Everybody will meet this. You get those two guaranteed things in life. You get your birthday, your day that you're born, then you get the day that they call the day to mourn. But both of them are to be celebrated because they are you, and those are the finalities of you here and the finalities of you gone. So we should hope that when we do leave, we leave something that people can remember great. Memories of you. When they remember you, they'll have good, fond things to say. Because in truth, it don't last but another generation or so, and then the next generation to have the new generation attention. That's how it went with grandmamas and stuff. A lot of stuff our grandmamas did and great grandmamas did. That's those ways are gone away. Those memories, they're tucked away so deep. And the next generation won't have them. So, and the next generation won't have them. So, you just appreciate them for what they are. And if everybody just understand that, what you're doing right now is for each other right now. Make good memories, so that when we leave each other, we got good things to remember because it's gonna be hard to deal with it not having you here, especially if you're a good person. So make sure we all do that for each other, as much as possible. As hard as it is in life, this is all you get, and it's a beautiful thing. But you know, it's also a painful thing, a painful thing at times. You know, because you wish to stay with people for forever. You wish to stay in good company, grow super old, and
Right.
sometimes it don't happen. You know what I'm saying? But this is one of them moments, and a lot of them have went through it. But I want us to all honor him. So we honor him here on Slick Talk. You know, as y'all heard it from his own mouth. Third Ward, South Park. You know, his mama and the rest of
Yeah.
my grandma. His mama and my grandma are sisters. You know, and so you know it was like 13 of them from their little tribe, and they all stuck real close together. So we had a big family on that side, and they was deeply rooted, and you know, they showed the true definition of what family is supposed to be, and they still have family reunions, you know, to this very year, you know, and they turn out in big numbers. But that it was a beautiful thing because that side of my family showed me that type of unity at an early age. You know what I'm saying? I'm a '70s baby, so you know they were already doing that before I got here. You know, they was just cranking it up around the time I got here, and that was during the time when it was popular, but not as popular as it became at one point in time. At one point in time, everybody was going crazy over their family reunions, and you know it was something that you knew you was gonna have every year, and you knew you had to be there. You know, nothing could stop you. You know, if you wasn't there, family called you and sell out, turned it back on you. It was that serious in the black culture, family reunions at one time. But my uncle, my great uncle, Red Dog, he started it and started bringing the family from Louisiana because they all from Louisiana, Opelousas, and so he started bringing the family from Louisiana to Texas and the family from Texas to Louisiana and making sure they kept a close, contact with each other throughout all things. So shit, I was growing up always going to funerals back and forth to Louisiana to Texas, and you know what I'm saying. The kinfolk birthday parties, get-togethers. It was always holidays celebrated. It was, they kept a line, and that showed strength and unity, and that showed me and my cousins, first and second cousins, sixth and seventh generation, fifth, fourth generation. That showed us how we were supposed to be. And, you're supposed to be together. You're supposed to stick together. Now, did we do it? Have we done it? Not like them. They left some mighty big shoes to fill because those folks they was consistent. So that's a beautiful thing. When you in a world where they taking away black history. You at least need to have family history and know what your family has done because a lot of them haven't. A lot of them have, but a lot of them haven't. So if you're one of those that you're the family that has done it, you need to be thankful for that and honor that. You know what I mean? And so that's what I say on that Theory Nation. They are a nation. They have a family book that traces their lineage, traces all their kinfolks, back, some many years, and it's all authentic. And they kept that going. They always would do the shirts and all that, and everybody would chip in, everybody would come in, and it had its up times, it had its bad times, but they stuck through it, and they still doing it. And he's one of those members in that family that has done many great things, by just loving on each other the right way. And that's some big shoes to fill. So the new generation has some big shoes to fill, and they're gonna be able to do it. They're just gonna do it their style and their ways based off of these days. Back in the day, they did it the way they could, and it was beautiful. So it's now the new generation time to take the reins and move forward. And I know it's gonna be real beautiful. But again, I'm just speaking because I'm saluting the Theory Nation because I know this is a big loss. It hurts a lot, but we celebrate him being alive, him being here, and to the cowboy world, and to all black rodeo around the world that love H Town, that love Texas, that love this black cowboys. Period. you know, you bring that name up, Dexter Grace, and people gonna know who you're talking about. So he wasn't a nobody; he was a major somebody. And so we here again, as I keep saying, we salute him on this show, on this platform. Out to all of y'all that's listening, I thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for your attention because it's very important. It's all you got. Your presence. So your presence is a gift, and that's why it's called a present. So we hope that what you get tonight is a gift in your life. Our presence in your life is a gift for you. You get something good out of it. So yeah, what we got going on with the Judge Guillory situation that we posted, that has been posted on Critical Page all day, all weekend, man. Tell them what's going on with Judge Guillory and what he has ordered her to do, ordered the fake doctor to do. When she come in, she has to go before him. He was gonna give the case away, and then he decided not to, or something compelled him not to, and so now she has to face him. Someone that was attempting to intimidate him, you know, has to face him in a place where he has authority. He ain't gonna abuse it, can't abuse it. He's gonna afford her all of the things she must be afforded by law to do in defense of herself. But it's just crazy how life will make you have to stand in front of the person who you've accused and attacked, put out false things and all that. And it's crazy how we the people have to stand in front of people that do that accuse us and do that. And we have to not get over passionate, but stay within the bounds, you know, of discipline, stay within the bounds of whatever rules or regulating the situation and go by them. And that's hard sometimes, you know. I myself had to face it, you know. I had many chances where I could have extracted my own personal vengeance in situations, and I couldn't because, you know, you can't teach the letter of the law and then bend it. You got to stay strong on it, you know. And it's hard sometimes to do that, but hey, you know, so it is what it is, man. But that's what y'all see. Y'all go and look on the page, click on it, and you can see the many videos because, you know, of course, Critical is setting that fire. You know, he putting the truth out there, and when it's truth, it's a whole lot of it. It's a lot to be told. So he giving it to you, man. He giving it to y'all. It's a critical issue because it critically affects a lot of the situations we go through. We're dealing with judges. We're dealing with authority. We're dealing with, you know, we're dealing with situations that, you know, people can get in positions of power and have authority over us. And if they not the right people, or if, you know, people are scamming us to put them in there, and, you know, we get duped, we getting played, we need to stop that and not let that happen. And it's good when those type of people doing those type of things are found to be doing those things and exposed to the people, you know, because I don't like rigged fights, real talk. You know, not because I ain't got no help. No, I've been given the opportunity to rig a fight. I don't want to rig no damn fight. Win, lose, or draw, that's how it need to go. But it need to go right. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no padded gloves or unpadded gloves to make my punch harder or make it more deadly. Now just to get a knockout. Now give us both the same, and then let's see what we both do. You know, both same rules. We abide by them. You know, and that's what sports are. Those are representations of things in life where you're supposed to abide by those rules, and everybody abiding by those rules is beautiful. You get a good outcome, but everybody ain't afforded, you know, an equal playing field. And that's why some sports are rigged, some are not. We don't like it. That's how life is. We don't like certain things that happen in life because they rigged against us, and we know it. And as our ancestors have taught us, our elders have taught us, we got to fight through it. We got to bear through it. We got to make the most of life while we're going through. But let me see, man. What's up, Critical? Everything good? I think my brother's having some issues he got to take care of, so just keep on going. See, come on in. y'all have seen the videos. If you're here with us tonight, you know, y'all have seen the things that has been posted. All that information is real. It's not a game. You know, it's not a joke. We got some more stuff coming out. They have some news stations that have chosen, or a newspaper that chose to pick up an article or put out an article about these same situations that's being talked about, seeming to be intimidation of the judicial system and smear campaigns. You know, in their technical words, you know, and that's rigging things. That's making us think a person bad, you know, and make us get rid of that person. It's like you act like you have the power of people standing with you. Really, you manipulating people to stand with you, and that's not cool. What's good with it, family?
Yeah, we want to get to Cherie comment. She say, "I want to clear the record. Rumors are going around that Cherie was served by the fake doctor in her frivolous lawsuit. It's not true. Don't think any of us five people she's suing has been served to date. No, nobody
Mm.
has been served. You know, so again, that's her want to be seen on social media, her want to play on social media, but shit in real life, shit, it's that pressure on her ass in real life like a motherfucker. These people are not playing with her. And especially trying to intimidate a Texas judge, well, any official at all. When you doing that type of dumbass shit, you really don't know the law. You know, it shows that you really didn't go to school as well. You know, so trying to constantly humiliate the community, be a terrorist. She's a community terrorist. You know, that's exactly. Yeah, she the fake doctor is a community terrorist. You know, and, uh,
You know,
which I'm glad a lot of people are finally stepping up. You know, because they see that you really have some genuine people that are really standing up on standing up for what's right. Um, it's just so much going on in the community, as it is. But then we have a community terrorist right in front of our faces, you know, and it's doing it, at an alarming rate, to the point basically she's like, shit, fuck y'all, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna do what I want to do, which we have some things, on our some more stuff on our end we're gonna drop as well, so y'all stay tuned to that. Um, again, trying to intimidate a judge, that's the worst thing a motherfucker can try to do, but everything worked out for the good because, she made her complaint with the Justice Committee. Um, and I guess she thought that was going to go her way as well, uh, which it did not, because the Justice Committee, it's nothing that was done by the Justice Committee because it was the Judge Guillory, he didn't do anything wrong whatsoever. So
that's
that's why, you know, uh, July 7th, she's supposed to, I guess she thought that since her filing that complaint on the judge that it was going to backfire on him so that she wouldn't have to be in his presence anymore. But the judge that was going to be transferred to his court, the judge rejected it. So now she has no other choice but to go back in front of Judge Guillory, the man who she's been on social media cussing out. And that and who knows? when she go to court on Monday, shit, and they probably set it up this way. You know, since you disrespected this judge to the highest, to the fullest, we're gonna let you go right back in front of him so he can convict you on real charges.
Mm.
Yes, Sharice said they said she had no basis on the complaint. You know, so you know, she can pretend on social media and play on social media and try to have people fooled and all of that old shit. Yeah, but when they put them handcuffs on her, we're gonna see how fun it is to be with them handcuffs on. You
He
know,
playing.
yeah. She think
See
it's a
the
game.
power.
She think it's cute. Yes,
Let's
it's
see the power with
contempt
me.
and jail. Yeah, yeah, that's right. The hearing is contempt and jail. That's right. That's right. You know, so it's just a matter of time.
Your
So
power with all
she's
these
been
things.
she so since she's been on that peace bond, she's been violated that peace bond. You feel what
Oh
I'm
wow.
saying? And she even violated even more when she started attacking this judge. And she's only attacking the judge is because she thought she was finna go handle him in his own courtroom, which we already know. Anybody that's been through the court system knows that you're not finna go in any judge's courtroom and think you running shit. And if you do, you must really have a mental problem. And Cherie, I'm starting to believe you now when you said it was something wrong with her. And I believe it's something wrong with her mentally. I really do.
Real talk. Some of them don't look like they have the mental health situations that they do. You know, when they have these crazy delusions, they might not know that they have the mental health situations that they do.
Fact,
You know,
facts.
they say when you give a mouse a cookie, it'll want a glass of milk.
So
You
with it,
dig what
son.
that's something
Yeah.
that old folks say, and what that really mean is, if you give a mouse a cookie, you ain't even supposed to be giving it the cookie. It ain't even supposed to be giving the cookie. It's a foreign object it's supposed to be eating, and you damn sure not supposed to be the one giving it to him. So if you
Yeah.
give a mouse the cookie, you're already tripping on that. But guess what? That mouse is gonna have a feeling like it's supposed to have what goes with a cookie. And what goes with a cookie? Good glass of milk.
Yeah. Yeah.
People think that it means, he gonna want
You know.
more. But now it's that the mouse is gonna feel like it deserves what you get. You get
Yeah.
cookies and milk. You feel what I'm saying? You get some a good chocolate chip cookie or whatever. You wanna wash it down
You
with
know.
some milk. And so you, the person that own it, you supposed to get that. But if you giving a mouse something that ain't even supposed to be in your house, you giving it your good stuff, it's gonna want your good stuff. It's gonna expect a cup of milk with its damn cookie. It ain't even supposed to be getting the damn cookie. People not supposed to
Yeah.
be getting played by these people. But these people, that their addiction is that they come and they get stuff from us, and then they start to act like they own us, like it's all right to do it. You know what I mean? That you hear them when they talk about, hey y'all, this is going on. We need to all do this. Who the fuck is we? Who is just we and y'all? And it's like they're manipulating us into thinking that we're supposed to be with them and follow any issue or any grievance that they spit out there, and we all supposed to just join in, and we was all supposed to just jump on the judge. Yeah, take him out, pitchforks and torches and shit. Get him out of there. No, we don't follow the leader like that. We don't follow somebody that's running into a damn burning house. The fuck that look like? That's crazy. You gonna get
Yeah.
us all killed. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we damn sure don't follow nobody that's doing that. So we ain't follow the leader no more in this life. So trying to manipulate the public into, intimidating these people, into harassing these people, into scaring these people, into stepping down out of their positions because you think you done seen people do it to other people in the past before. but it wasn't over accusations. It was over true scandal, is what you saw. But they're trying to do it over accusations. You know, he wasn't this. He telling us lies and all of that. Is if who the fuck are you? Who are you to question somebody or say even if he did lie? So what the fuck does that mean? What does that do in the judicial system that can take away his authority, or that he is abusing this authority so bad it needs to be taken away? What have you produced? What incidents? You know, what cases did he, send people to jail and they were legally innocent? You know, where's the judicial misconduct that's been repetitious that make you supposed to get rid of him? Nah, ain't none. You know?
That's right. That's right. It ain't none. Sharice said if she doesn't get it together, it won't be milk. It'll be that toilet water she'll be drinking in jail. To target a judge is crazy.
I promise.
Yeah, that's true, Sharice. Yeah, you
Now,
definitely
if
right
the
about
judge is doing wrong, you know, it's still dangerous. Even the ones that are doing wrong, it still be dangerous to target them. So if you know that the person's doing wrong, that's already, you know, something in itself having to hold them accountable. But when you
but
just
he
put
doesn't
out
have
stuff
any
that ain't real,
but he doesn't have
really
any
out of that.
cases that he's did anything wrong.
Thank
None.
you. So that's what I'm saying.
None.
You put that stuff on a
She's
person that
mad
ain't did none
because
of that shit.
she's just pissed off because she thought Judge Guillory was going to side with her. But how can you side with somebody like that when you done left way from Houston, Texas, and drove damn near 2 hours from your house to motherfucking Port Arthur, you know, harassing this man, threatening this man to bust out his windows and blow up his house, all that old type of shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you think any judge that sees that and you can't give him a respectful answer, the only thing that you can tell him is that your video went viral? Really?
Mm, mm.
Really?
Yeah, you won't last
You
long.
went viral. Yeah, you gonna go viral too, right in jail. Yeah,
Viral,
yeah,
real talk. And
yeah,
I
for
mean,
real.
you deserve it if you're doing that, because that don't make no sense, and that ain't, you know, the commands I want, you know, my people in the community to follow. I don't want that to be a leader.
Hey,
I don't want
hey,
that to
hey,
even be
you
looked
right,
on as a damn
Laquita.
leader.
Hey, look, Emmanuel, Laquita said, what we are seeing ain't leadership. It's unhealed trauma on display. You can't build up a community while you're bleeding all over it. Ooh, that's cold.
Man, truth.
Hey, that's cold right there. Hey, that's true. Hey,
That's
yes,
true.
yes, that's the truth.
So,
Hey, that's the
you
truth.
know,
That's
so
cold right there.
that's with
Yeah,
everybody. You
that's,
know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
for a while, man. You know, when you going through the healing process of stuff, you know, you got to know that you have to step out the way, because you know you gonna damage stuff, and some people don't even, you know that they not healed with their trauma. You know what I'm saying? And they getting into stuff and just making more shit on their own self.
Facts,
And,
facts.
and we see it, and we're seeing it right now. We've seen it before, and we're seeing it again happen right now. You know, it's like seeing somebody standing on the train track and you hear that engine blowing and you know it's coming and it ain't gonna stop. And for some
That's
reason, I
right.
guess they think it's a game and they playing chicken with it, and you just know they not gonna win. But you sitting over there and you watching and you can't do nothing to stop them. So that's what you know, sometimes it feel like, you know, with a lot of them when they do this to themselves, you know, because as the people, you know, that are hearing and are listening tonight, know that's crazy. Now
Yeah,
again, to clarify, if the person is doing something very wrong, something illegal, something that
yeah,
in the world of life, they don't need to have that authority as a judge. Yes, it's a brave thing, and I and many will stand with you and stand behind you, you know, in that fight. But if that's not the case, you know, if you getting paid, you know, if you pulling out stuff and just saying stuff, why? Because this person tied to you, then that's some personal shit. You're trying to manipulate again and use the public, to help you intimidate somebody. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because you obviously don't have a following this cult like. You damn sure ain't like B. You know what I'm saying? So you can have 50,000 followers, but if 50,000 followers ain't gonna really follow me, what's the use in having all of them? If they don't
Facts.
do me no benefit other than just people seeing the numbers of followers I got. But damn, if I got that many followers, everybody send me $1. Shit, I shouldn't want or need to rob the damn
Man,
community. My followers
say
should be
man,
paying.
man,
I
and that's the thing.
followers
That's the
ain't
thing
shit,
when
so
you. That's
I'd
the
rather
thing
have
when you
just 20 good followers than that 50K that ain't gonna do
say,
shit.
man. You know we know the game of the buying followers shit. We been knew about that shit a long time ago. You know, she just getting up on that shit like a motherfucker really just believe that. Nah, motherfucker, you ain't got that many motherfucking followers. None. You know, and that's the thing, about dealing with a person like that constantly lie and try to manipulate the people, cry wolf, all these old different shit that she constantly throws out. The shit is uneducated, just uneducated shit. You know what I'm saying? You expect somebody, in the middle school setting or, you know what I'm saying? That
Be
type
on
of
some
shit.
stupid shit like that,
You
yeah.
know that you will constantly see a motherfucker just constantly playing and, irri- irritating the motherfucking. She didn't irritated the entire motherfucking community. The community don't want to have shit to do with her. You don't see none of the Republicans want to deal with her, of course. None of the Democrats don't want to deal with her, of course, because everybody has stepped the fuck away from her, especially they damn sure don't want to talk to her after they found people that found out that she be secretly recording them and shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are you
And
secretly recording the motherfucker for and shit?
no loyalty
Especially
to people, real talk.
especially after a motherfucker then let you come into their house and then you come into their motherfucking house and secretly recording them and shit. Ain't nothing cool about that motherfucking shit. That type of shit
Yeah,
get people hurt. The
real
just the
talk.
stupidity. No type of uh leader skills. She don't have no standards, no morals, no nothing. And now I'm starting to believe when I was hearing uh Mr. Ricky Jackson at first saying that uh he believes she put that noose in her own mailbox, and I really believe she did that too to try to get some type of publicity. You know what I'm saying? To try to claim that she's known nationally and all of that old foolishness. See, her mind is set on the wrong thing. Her mind is focused on likes, being a celebrity, being famous. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit that don't even fucking matter. She needs to be focused on what the fuck she signed up for. That's what she should have been did there, but
Yeah,
now she done went too motherfucking far, so it ain't no coming back from that shit now. You
yeah,
know,
it's too late.
anybody that's not on her dumbass program, then now she mad at them and all of this old shit. Don't nobody give a damn about you getting mad because people just because you don't want to do it right, that don't mean everybody gonna fall in your clown ass footsteps. Because you definitely act like a damn clown, the clown of the community terrorist clown. Man, enough is enough, man. The communities, all around the city, even on the outskirts, the communities really need help, man. And it don't matter what it is, the community needs help, and we have to all play our part. But if we have somebody like that, that's a cancer to our community, because that's exactly what the fuck she is. She's a cancer that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day. Every time I know people hate to see her come on social media, you know, because it's nothing but negative shit. It's nothing positive. It's nothing about the community. You know, it's always some gossiping, 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 you know. And I was watching a video and I was looking at the hair in her face. I was like, damn, you know, she need to come holler at one of the barbers that's gonna be at the event, you know, so they can get her motherfucking ass right before she go to the well, she already be locked up by the time the event come around. She'll be already locked up anyway. You know, but her constantly picking at folks and thinking shit cool and you know, and everybody sees now Grizzly didn't step back, nobody is around. Nobody has came to her rescue like how she was expecting. She was expecting for people to come to her rescue. Y'all remember she went to the rescue of the turkey leg cut Lynn. She asking where all the celebrities at, where all the politicians at. Well, fake doctor, I'm gonna ask you the same question. Where are all your famous friends at? Where are all of your celebrity friends at? Where are your politician friends at? Why have none of them came to your aid? Fake doctor, can you answer that? Because we know you're watching already, you know, we really don't care. But fake doctor, where are all of your celebrity friends, all of your politician friends that where they at? Why they ain't came to your aid? Because they know you're full of shit. They don't want to be connected to you. Even Grizzly News ain't even shit. Grizzly stepped away from your motherfucking ass. You know, because don't nobody want to go down with your ass. Hell, even Cornell stay away from your ass. So
No, you
you
ain't.
you you standing on your motherfucking own.
That nigga know you unhinged. He know you'll say anything and you bringing too much attention. Even he know how to stay out the way. But he got his, so he ain't even worried about
Fact,
it. You know, he got that face
fact.
off. He lose that face off. That's when he would have to go for the goal. Because you know what other industry do he have? You know, political speaking and talking to us about you know
Oh
making
yeah,
himself better in the community. Now, that ain't no jobs. There ain't
yeah,
no places that got
yeah.
applications
Hey,
where you fill that out. You do
hey,
that full time and you get paid. I do not pay my rent like
yeah.
that off of none of this. Not one donation, not one
Need to
piece of
say
help.
fact.
I pay my rent months and months and years and entertainment for my kids and life and all that stuff. Expensive things, trinkets of life costs. I don't get none of that from no check that TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or whatever else other stage they got. YouTube they give me. We don't. Now, there are some
Yeah,
that do that are blessed like that and got it. We just not on that level. So, you know, we not getting paid, you know, to manipulate. We're not getting paid to lie to
you
you. You
know,
know what I'm saying?
you know.
But
We'll go to okay. Laquita said facts. Cherie said it's okay when her friends have a criminal record or commit a crime. Yeah, that's true. That's the only time she want to be associated with you. You got to be dirty. And Andy said, "An empty wagon makes a lot of noise." Yes, it does. Yes, it most definitely does. You know, and for everybody watching and everybody that has been following what has been going on with the fake doctors, you know, we displayed the fake degrees, uh, content from uh, Gary Monroe. We have content, you know, from the judge Aubrey R. Taylor. You know, we have so many different people, so many different sources, you know, to bring the truth out about the fake doctor because we know that the fake doctor has, you know, manipulated so many people, you know. but you have to be paying attention. You just can't listen to everything that you hear and see on social media because all of that shit be falsified any motherfucking way. So y'all just stay tuned into the critical show because we're always gonna have that we have the inside truth. You know, on this Jefferson County situation, the state versus Candace Matthews. So yeah, everybody just stay tuned. We're gonna keep bringing y'all the real shit. Uh, we're gonna always do that. What else that needed to be said? Oh, July 2nd, which is this coming Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh yeah. Y'all
Yeah,
better
it's
know.
going
2
down.
days. I can't wait.
Uh, New show alert. Uh, I thought we won't change. Hosted by the chairwoman of the Hewitt P. New Gun Club, Natural. Will be live at 5. It's gonna be an excellent show.
Oh yeah.
For the community. Um, because y'all will see what I'm talking about.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Real.
yeah.
And
And
she got
salute
some
to
guests coming on with her.
yeah,
That night. She got some guests that's gonna come on with her, but
yeah,
for sure.
exactly, yeah, yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
gonna hit hard.
So yeah, so I'm definitely excited about it. Yeah, yeah. Salute to Natural. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going down.
Now she gonna shoot
Especially
from the lip, but she can
hey.
also shoot from the hip. She got the power to do both. But nah, this
Yeah,
educated politics, supreme being. So y'all come get this
yeah.
knowledge.
It's definitely going to be something educational. That's for sure.
Share it,
And that's
share it,
and that's
share it.
that's what the community needs. You know, educational, educational, truthful shit. Not no shit that's just you on social media playing, giving out false information, giving people a bad examples, so they go out there and attempt the same thing, and they shit go all the way motherfucking left, because they didn't try to reenact the bullshit that they didn't heard from a clown. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm glad that Natural coming on and she gonna do her thing. We're gonna be riding with her like always. Because she ride with us. You know, uh, basically, shit, it's a family thing. And we bringing out. What I'm saying, hit after hit after hit. And it might be another show. Coming. I ain't gonna say nothing right now, but what I'm saying, might have another high power show, that's about to come too. So y'all just stay tapped in. We're gonna definitely keep y'all updated on the Judge Guillory situation out there in Port Arthur, Texas.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
Because
yeah.
this is something because this is something very serious because um she's gonna try to use so she's basically gonna try to use those damn same tactics, when it comes to Harris County. And when she tries that, Harris County ain't gonna play. They gonna, hey, she gonna
Right.
be, hey, Harris County ain't gonna play, So
Real talk, real
it's
talk.
so really it's just a matter of time. Really, it's just a matter of time. Uh, but her trial date is set for,
Question
huh?
is the modern day woman a myth or reality? Is the
Mm,
modern day woman a myth or reality? That's going to be the topic for Wednesday, July
that's right.
2nd, inauguration,
Yeah,
the introduction, night of our Queen Naturel, the Huey P. Newton Gun Club chairwoman. I thought we wanted change. She's going to have her guest, Victoria Hopkins, and Dr. Cobb, just to make sure I don't say my brother's name, Sabia, saved by Ben Cobb. they're gonna say it the correct way. Forgive me, my brother. Forgive me, my sister. You know, for saying it wrong if I did say it wrong, but they're gonna say it the right way, and they're gonna bring it to you. You know, so y'all be ready.
Yeah,
It's
it's gonna
gonna
be a
say
great show.
8 p.m. Be tuned in. It's gonna be something magnificent. But that is the
Yeah.
title. The title of the conversation. The title of her show is "I Thought We Wanted Change," and the title conversation for that night, the introduction night is the modern day woman a myth or reality? Yes, y'all can get ready to answer that question and to be given, some answers from a great mind and her guest. But it's all brought to you right here by our brother, the Critical Show, the Critical. And yeah, we stand in
Yeah.
agreement with what y'all about to get. It's gonna be something real good. So again, don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Yeah. Yeah. And before we get out of here, I want to speak on the kids summer food and clothing drive. Hold on. Send the
Salute
send the
that.
Angie, send another request. It wouldn't let me add you a few minutes ago, but send another one and we'll get you on. But July 19th,
Hmm.
we will be having the kids summer food and clothing drive at Perry Road Park. We have so much support from the community, you
Locally
know.
and
Yeah,
I
and that's real
seen
cool.
these
Um, also
comments on
July also July 19th, it's Dr. Kathy Tatum Day right here in the city of Houston, so we will be celebrating her as well. Salute to her, for always doing for our community. You know what I'm saying? Our people love you back. Salute to you. We love you. Hey,
real
Dr.
talk.
Kathy Tatum Day, July 19th. Kids Food Summer Clothing Drive, July 19th. Hey, it's just gonna be a big celebration for the city, y'all.
Well,
Bring the
great.
kids, bring the kids out, bring your family out. You know what I'm saying? Bring your mom, your grandmother. It's gonna be stuff for everybody to do, for everybody to participate in. You know, uh, it's gonna be plenty of food, snow cones, popcorn. It's gonna be a lot, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So bring the family out. Come out. We're gonna love on our community. Like how we supposed to. We're gonna unite the way we supposed to. You know what I'm saying? We just can't make this a one-time thing. You feel what I'm saying? Because loving on our community is an everyday thing. And that's one thing that we have to remember. Because just look around us. You know, it's up to us to correct shit that's around us that's fucked up that we see. It's up to us. Because a lot of people don't say things until somebody else say something or do something. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times take that initiative, you know what I'm saying, and you know, say, man, y'all come on, let's do this. Okay, well this need to be addressed, whatever the case may be, we always have to make sure that we at least try to keep our people on the right track. And us just sitting back, just not saying nothing, that ain't doing nothing but hurting the community.
Real
Because
talk.
while we sitting back not saying nothing, somebody is over here suffering because they are not strong enough, to maybe say something or go against, this or that person or to address the situation head on. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a must that we step up, say something, see something, say something. You feel what I'm saying? Don't let somebody be going through something and you just sitting there watching. You sitting
Real
there
talk.
watching. You feel what I'm saying? Like the shit going on and, people making all type of fucked up comments and laughing and all of this old other bullshit. Say, man. Say, man, it's time out for that shit. Ain't a motherfucking thing funny out here. Nothing. Nothing.
Mm,
Ain't
mm.
ain't shit funny. Ain't shit funny out here. Ain't shit funny about the people that's laying in front of the stove. You know, you walk up to the store, you feel what I'm saying? You big bang Hank and shit, but you won't even buy this person that's sitting outside the store with bottle of water or soda or a bag of chips or nothing.
Talk. Real talk.
You can feel what I'm saying, but you
And
want to
don't
be
get me wrong.
respected. You want to be respected. Man, get off of that bullshit. I've been so tired of seeing bullshit and listening to bullshit, man. It's ridiculous, and it's always our people. It's always our people. Every motherfucking time you turn around, it's always our people trying to get the he and ha out of motherfuckers. Man, man, that shit don't hit on nothing. You don't get no brownie points for none of that old hoe ass shit. None of that shit.
That's
You
why they
Hey,
can't
not like,
hey.
they
How
ain't
my
us.
handsome
They
kings
not like
doing?
us.
How are y'all doing?
Uh-oh, Queen in here. What's
hey,
good?
what's going on? What's going
That's
on?
what's
Eh?
up.
Salute you on the slick talk.
That's what's up. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I have been drugged through the fire, through the mud, through everything else. But I'm a cowgirl. I'm gonna
Man,
tell you one thing I learned when I was riding. My papa told me this a long time ago. He said, anytime you get on a horse, it's a wild horse, and you ride it and you breaking it. And I'm gonna tell you something. And if anybody on this live know anything about breaking a horse, you get bucked off that horse, and I done been bucked off, and I got some people to tell you I was bucked off so hard that my boot came off. It went one way, and I was laying on my back. I told my friend, I said, "Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Just let me lay here," because I was in that much pain. But then I
Mhm.
told him, I said, "Go get that bitch." That's what I said. He said, "You finna get back on it?" I said, "I am," because the
right.
one thing I know, two things for certain.
Say it.
As a true cowgirl, a rodeo girl, a barrel racer, okay? You ain't gonna let no horse break you. You gonna break it.
Break it.
So I'm gonna get back on it and
Fact.
I'm gonna ride that bitch. You heard me? So let me tell you something.
Understood.
If y'all see anything where anybody is protecting my name and my character, that's because they know me personally. I ain't finna play no games with you.
All right now.
What I'm gonna say is
That's right.
this: in regards to the fuckery that we're dealing with,
Hmm.
I'm a rider.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
guess what? Bitch, I'm gonna ride your ass till the motherfucking hooves are sore. Because at the end of
yeah.
the day, what people fail to realize is this. I have what's called a First Amendment right. I can say and respond to anything that I want to respond to.
Facts.
So me, and let me tell y'all something. I want to clear something up. She posted my police record, but she didn't post
Facts.
what Humble sent her. She posted what a rogue ass cop sent her. That's facts. So I'm gonna
Facts.
say this. I was a new officer. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Everybody, and see people be like, "Where the fuck is the police at when we need them?" Am I lying? Is that what you say when you
That's
see some
right.
fuck shit? But I was an officer. I've always went by the book. I'm gonna just be that. I'm gonna put that out there because I want people to know this. I've always gone by the book. The one particular day
Mhm.
that this lieutenant wrote me up, I was off from work. I went to a de-escalation class that my
Okay.
chief demanded me to go to. The reason he demanded me to go to that de-escalation class was because did y'all know that? If you see somebody, if you're at a stop place, right? If an officer, and I'm gonna say this to people that might not know this, anytime an officer is directing traffic and you as a civilian is in a car because you in such a fucking hurry to get somewhere, you lean on that horn. Do you know that's an infraction? A lot of
You're
people didn't know that.
born
So guess what? I had to go to. I'm laughing because as a seasoned officer now I can laugh about it. The
That's
fucking
right.
person, I was in Waller County doing a trail, and I was voluntold that I had to be there. So
Mhm.
this particular individual was supposed to be such a big time in Waller County, and he was black. He had some money, and there was a trail ride going on. And a lady, I'm on the opposite side, and I'm directing traffic. This is why I had to
Mhm.
do that de-escalation class, y'all, because he was in a fucking BMW, a BMW. He linked. If you know anything about foreign cars, that BMW is not like a doot doot. He leaned on that bitch after I had told him to stop and hold up. And he did it
Mhm.
again. And I walked over because I was so pissed off. I kicked that motherfucker door. And I told him, I said, you blow that motherfucking horn in my ear one more motherfucking time, bitch, I'm gonna arrest you. I swear to God, that's what I said. I put that on everything I love. So,
Mhm.
of course, me being who I was still young in the game. He take his ass. I didn't know who he was, but he found out later who I was. I'm like, I found out who he was. It was a mutual shit, okay? And
You
I
put in
said, well,
there.
damn. I say, not, no, it was no other brass. My chief called me in the office. My chief with Brookshire Police Department called me in the office. He said, hey, Johnson. He said, did you kick somebody door? I said, and I did. He said, yeah. He said about that. He said, well, he came and filed a formal complaint on you. I was like, oh shit. I said, but chief, I said, this is what he did. This is what blah, blah, blah. He said, okay. He said, well, to smooth shit over, I need you to go take a de-escalation class. I was like, for fucking what? And just like that, I swear to God, that's how it went. He said, because I need to have it on record that you took a de-escalation class. I said, okay. I went and took the de-escalation class at Harris County Sheriff's Department over here off of Atascocita Road in Harris County. Okay? When I did that, I'm off work because, first of all, people got to know, if you are looking at some shit that Candace Matthews posted about me, I need y'all to understand at the time that I was working for Brookshire Police Department, I was a reserve officer.
Her name is a fake doctor.
The fake doctor. The
Yeah,
doctor, the one
yeah,
who,
yeah, yeah, that's her name.
okay, so I'm not going to even call her doctor. I'm just going to say Candace Matthews. Candace Denise Matthews posted my shit from Brookshire Police Department. What you got to understand is this, is that I was a reserve officer. I wasn't a new officer. I wasn't like I wasn't like a PPO. And the PPO is, so people that don't know, is a probationary police officer. Okay, that's what PPO stands for. And she posted that shit,
Peace,
but I
snatcher.
also had a grievance against a motherfucking
Yeah.
lieutenant that worked at Brookshire Police Department. Okay, yeah,
Sorry.
for sexual harassment. So that same motherfucker that ran her that information, that wrote that jacket up on me for some bullshit, he also worked at San Jacinto Police Department.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so y'all ain't know that, and I know y'all didn't know that, and I'm saying y'all didn't know that. But I'm gonna tell y'all
Mm-hmm.
something. If
That's
you
right.
go run, if you go pull a public background, if you go do public information on this motherfucker, you'll find out that he worked for San Jacinto. And he had been terminated from that motherfucker for the same shit that he had done to me.
Mm.
So in law enforcement, what I want people to understand is this. I'm a black female. and he has rank. And when a motherfucker in a police department have an axe to grind with you, they gonna do whatever the fuck they can do. And if you ever hear a person say, "Oh, they padded my back, they padded my jacket," that means that he was a person with the pen and he wrote whatever the fuck he wanted to write in that bitch, and nobody else knew about it. And I wouldn't even know what he wrote about me until I did a public, open records, not a public, but an open records request. So if I tell y'all, I literally went and said, because I'm still eligible to work for a police department. That's what a lot of people don't know. I'm still eligible to work. But the only thing is, when she posted that I was out of compliance about 1 hour, because we have to have 40 hours every couple of years. And that 1 hour would have consisted of me getting my CPR license, and I would have been good. But because I did not do that, and I didn't know that, that was the only thing I needed. I was in compliance. I got more certifications than anybody. In most of my counterparts that I work with in these off agencies, I have less years, but I have more certifications. And here's the deal: I don't give a fuck about nobody say. I went, and I'm gonna tell you something. There one thing I know, and two things for certain: you can't straddle the fence when you're an activist. I want people to understand that.
That's right.
I had to make a choice. Do I have good relationships with there are a lot of people, please listen to me. There are a lot of good police officers out there. But it's just like when you go into Kroger's or HEB and you want some fruit. You want strawberries or raspberries, and they got them in a container. We all look alike, because guess what? We all got the same motherfucking uniform on. Okay? And in that world, it's one voice for everybody. Doesn't matter that I feel a certain way. And I'm gonna say this to y'all. God told me you gotta pick a struggle. My son doing 13 years. And this girl put my kid out there. She put my daughters, anybody that know me, in this it might not reach a whole lot of people tonight, but I'm telling y'all something. Anybody that know me know that I have always referred to my daughters as my butterflies. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. You have police officers that want to speak out, but they can't because they are bound by the contract and the Constitution that they under. That's why they can't. So I cannot straddle the fence. And I was going back through, because once you're out of the field for so long, this is what I want people to understand, Critical and Brother Emmanuel. When you're out of the field for so long, it's just like being in the military. T-Code told me, no, there are too many laws that have changed, so you got to go back for a refresher. So that meant that I had to go back to the academy. And guess what I decided to do? I was like, oh my God, let me just go back, because I was afraid that I wasn't going to have no way to take care of my kids. So I needed the insurance. I needed all of that. But I was like, when I sat there, I went through the orientation and everything. And when I came out of the orientation, guys, I'm going to tell y'all something. God told me, that ain't where you need to be. I have no background. I have nothing on my background. There is nothing in T-Code that say I'm not rehireable. There is nothing. And with Humble ISD Police Department, I have an honorable discharge. Also, with Waller County, I have an honorable discharge. It's only with Brookshire Police Department that I have a general discharge. And a general discharge does not mean I'm not eligible for rehire. I even have, listen to this, y'all. If she was fucking smart, and I know she's fucking not, because she's not as smart as a fucking fifth grader, and I teach fucking first and fourth graders. Then she would have went and pulled my background, and she would have saw that I was arrested for simple assault. That does not stop me. That's a Class C misdemeanor. Okay? Let me tell y'all something. Writ of habeas corpus means that bring the body to. I have never had a writ of habeas corpus, okay? I don't have those issues. I pick and choose my battles. But see, I'm gonna tell
Facts.
you something. I'm glad that she did what she did because God told me, He said, "Hey, you asked me for something." I said, "God, just keep me in a position to where I can continue to help people that I need to help. I'm a servant and I'm a steward, okay? And if you don't understand what God has in store for you as a servant and a steward, I need you to go read your Bible because I have a relationship with God. And when He whispered to me what I needed to do, I walked away from law enforcement for good. And I started the hobby activist because, and I thank her for telling me that I'm a hobby. That's a hobby activist. I'm gonna tell you something about being a hobby activist. That means that you do shit for free. I'm gonna give you whatever resources I have. I'm gonna point you in the direction. If I can't help you, I'm gonna reach into my Pandora's box and I'm gonna call out to the people that need to help you. But we're gonna get it done either way it go. So I want to tell Candace Denise Matthews, thank you for cornering me with that. Because guess what? Me doing what I do because I love God. And I do it because I know that people need the help. I don't have, my resources are not as plentiful as yours were. And I say were. Because I know a lot of people ain't going to invite you to their front porch to sit down and have a conversation with because they can't trust your ass. But we ain't charging over here, boo. But now,
You know,
what you can do is relinquish that seat because nobody wants you to represent them on the state level or the local level.
It's
That's
gonna in
period.
this
And that's
time. It's
coming
gonna
from
be
me.
time. Gonna
I'm
be
telling you
clean.
right now because here,
All of
you're a troll. You're a
them.
troll. You're a professional troll. That's what you are. You're a professional troll. And you can't sue me for that because you said that you are a professional, messy troublemaker. That's what you said. That's what you said. So I'm just repeating what you said and I'm just validating what you said. So guess what? You can drag my name through whatever mud, horse shit, cow shit. I'm a cowgirl. I muck styles, baby. I know how to get it in. You out there wearing a fucking felt cowboy hat in the heat of the summer, but nobody decided to tell you that is not what it is in the summertime. We don't wear felt in the summer. We wear straw in the summer. You out here trying to learn these motherfucking line dances when we've been doing this shit since before you was born. I'm 53 years old. And it's okay. I'm good with it. I'm good with it because you're not going to stop me from being a steward for God. You're not going to stop me from exposing people who decide that they want to charge for their activism work because it's no longer activism work, it's a business for those people. And
facts.
you
That's right.
yourself have posted that it's not free. That's what you posted. So don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. You need to shoot the person who posted it. Oh, I'm sorry.
It was her.
It
Shit.
was
So
you.
she done
That would
killed
be
herself, huh?
suicide. But we don't condone. I don't condone violence. I don't know about nobody else, but I don't condone violence. I don't
You
condone
do what
violence.
you say.
But
You pick
I
yourself
do
up
do accountability.
in the
Oh, and by
burden.
the way, since you decided on that affidavit that you was gonna say you ain't know me, you never met me, let's talk about Austin, Texas. When I was at the podium and I was speaking, you were there. Oh, that was your event that you asked me to come to. I rode from Houston, Texas to Austin, and I was there with you. But let's not talk about the incident or the press conference that we were at when on 45. at the Mexican restaurant when the server decided that they was gonna give the check and they had an ugly name. They call the people niggas on the receipt. Yeah. And you sent me that email for us to show up, for me to show up, and I ended up standing by your
Yeah,
side.
yeah. She
Oh,
sent me the same thing
so guess what?
because I was there. I was there at the press conference.
Right, right.
Because
So,
after that, we had went to the
and guess what?
restaurant
And
and
LULAC,
ate.
and listen,
Yeah,
the
that's
guy from
right. Yeah,
LULAC, the president from LULAC was there too. Cause he
that's
left,
right.
he had on shorts
That's
and a
right.
t-shirt because he was on his way to a golf tournament. So guess
Yeah,
what? Candace Matthews, let me tell you something. You might have a whole lot of followers, and I'm really not out to get
those
you.
about those about.
But listen, here's the deal. I'm saying this, and I'm saying this to her. Candace Denise Matthews, you might get paid off these platforms, but I'm telling you right now, you've been served, baby girl. I'm not playing with you. I'm not
Mm,
playing with you. I'm telling
mm.
you right now, it's nothing that you can do or say to slander my name. So I already know because you don't know how to staff for social
What
media.
what okay, we know that y'all have a court date coming up July
It's on the
7th.
7th. It's on the 7th.
The same day as Ricky Jason's. Um
Correct.
so when y'all finally, go to court, what are your predictions that are gonna happen, to the fake doctor?
To 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 be honest with you, um, I don't know. And it's unfair for me to
What would you like to see happen?
I would like to see the order upheld because she came for me. She's still stalking me regardless of whether or not, and I haven't said anything to that. As you know, this is my first time talking about this. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but her character and her behavior, not only stalking me, but it sends a precedence. If the order isn't granted, it sends a precedence for her and her character and the things that she's done in the past to say, okay, I'm gonna do what I want to do. But because the court that I'm in, I truly believe, and I said this on record, um, when I went to court the other day, I believe that she's a very fair judge. My concern was more so that um Candace would try to come after her. And let me tell you something about my judges. I never worked this judge's campaign. I never had I've never this judge, she was one of the ones I never worked it. But I'm gonna tell you something. The moment that girl come for this judge, because I need the judge to be fair and impartial. I'm like, if you don't feel like I have a case, I'm okay with that. I'll be okay with that. But if you feel like I have a case and you grant me what I need, and she come for you, that's a wrap. Because you don't get to do your job and then be prosecuted for doing your job. That's what
That's
happened
right.
even in law enforcement. And I'm as honest as I can be about it. You don't get to be mad. That's like me saying, well, she didn't grant the protective order. Okay. But she didn't, because here's the deal. What a lot of people don't realize, it's about it's about evidence. What can I
Basically,
prove to show that I deserve to have this order granted? And if I don't have enough evidence, that's not on the judge. That's on me.
so,
You did?
so yeah, so basically, the same thing you just said, she's trying to do to the judge in Port Arthur.
Correct.
Just
But she
because
ain't done it. She ain't
she
done this
lost.
to this judge because this judge ain't playing with her. This lady is not playing. She ain't playing with her. She ain't playing with me. She is not playing hopscotch and she ain't playing jacks. Okay? This is not that kind of game. Either you have what you need when you show up in my court or you don't. I sat there and watched this woman do her job. And if I was just a spectator, because you know we do have people that go and sit in the courts, the judges' courts, and watch them do what they do. Okay, it's like
Mm-hmm.
a lack of oversight. But I was thoroughly impressed. I said, "Oh, okay, okay,
Facts.
okay." I was like, "Shit, okay." So I made note. I was like, "Okay, okay, okay," and I I could not say, I did not want to say, but I will tell you all this. That lady ain't playing. Let me tell you something. That woman said, when I put this robe on, I knew what it came with. Because I
Mm-hmm.
said something to her. And I'm not going to say what I said to her. But I said, because she said, "You sure you don't have nothing else to say?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, and then I said, "Well, yeah." And then I said what I said to her. And she looked at me, she started laughing. And I said, "Well, I did this because of this." That woman said, when I put on that judge, and I'm not going to say woman, I'm going to say judge because I'm going to give her respect. That judge said to me, she said, "I understand." She said, "But when I put this robe on, I knew it came with some challenges." She said, "So I just got
Facts.
to put my big girl panties on." That's what she said.
Facts.
Now,
Facts.
was there some other things said but in the midst of that? It was. But I'ma just tell you that what that meant to me was, I ain't fucking around with neither one of you motherfuckers. So don't come in my
Yeah.
court playing. And
Yeah.
I,
Don't
I
come
was,
in here playing the part.
yeah, and I said, I
We need
listen,
a lot
I
of people
understood,
to get on that.
huh?
I say we need a
You
lot of people to get on that level. We need
right,
a lot of
but you
people
know
to,
what?
to,
This
to
is
do
one
this.
that I gotta be honest with y'all. I did not know her. I knew her, but I didn't know her. Did you see what I'm saying? My
Mm-hmm.
biggest fear
Yeah.
is that Candace would try to manipulate anything that would associate us or misconstrue, because I want you guys to remember something. Optics are everything. See, people don't know me. They don't know me. So they only know the shit that Candace posted about me, right?
Facts.
So now
That's
you
right.
got people like, "Well, she ain't said nothing." No, I'm not gonna say nothing. Why am I gonna say something? But they don't
Mm-hmm.
know me like Critical know me. Me and Critical been in the car together. So we 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 done chopped it up. There's some
Yeah.
other people that I know that we know mutually. We done chopped it up. They know me personally. So it's hard for you to redeem who you are on a
Mm-hmm.
platform when when you're trying to redeem who you are in the court of public opinion and people don't know you.
Facts.
So so I
Facts.
was like, fuck it. It ain't no reason for me to fucking be trying to say who I am. I don't give a fuck. At this point, I don't care. You dig? I don't care.
We
It,
need a
it
lot
is
of
what
we need
it
a
is
lot
what
of
it
them
is.
to have that mind frame. Y'all can take it from right here, Queen Angela. Y'all, hey, that's how it is. You have to get to that point where you just don't give a damn about how they feel and move and live your life because you're responsible for your own life. But hey,
Right.
this has been the slick talk, man. I hope nobody gets scared. Even though it's been some shots, some bombs, some guns fired off. We just coming from the lip, not from the hip. So
From
you
the
don't
hip.
got to worry about nothing. What they say, if you throw that rock in the crowd, the hit dog holler.
Yeah,
Whoever that
man.
is, they gonna
Oh,
say
now,
something. So
big bro,
that's how it
they say,
is
listen,
going on
don't
tonight,
have,
man.
don't listen, don't
We,
live in
we
no glass house and throw
I
no
promise you
rocks.
try to throw no stones, cause yeah, when them come back, yeah, you gonna get that toe down. But look, we ain't gonna keep everybody up. But we can go real hard. We want to thank everybody for being here tonight, especially our Queen Angela. For the many great things that she does and has done and contributes. When she coming, she gonna come with that truth. You know, and I know it's gonna be a lot of fire, y'all. You know, we got a whole lot of time because there's a lot of stuff that the public need to be made aware of. But this is an example of one who, when you try to bully, it don't work. You know, with our sisters, our queens are just as strong, and they bark and they bite right back. And this is one that whose bark is loud, but bite is just as vicious. You did. So yeah, Queen Angela, you keep standing on it. We appreciate your presence. We appreciate you coming in for the night. Uh, we want everybody to go have a good night, man. Again, much love to the Theory Nation family on the passing of Brother Dexter Grace. You know, one of the Black Houston Legends, champions of the Cowboy World. You know, and of Bill Pickett's international invitation. You know, and he's done a lot of great things. Straight out of, as y'all heard from the beginning, if y'all were here and saw the video, straight out of Third Ward, South Park. You know, and I salute him because that's my real blood cousin, man. So
Right.
much love. We'll let everybody that do know about him, if you are, you know, want to know about the celebration of life, we'll inform everybody so that everybody can join in. But this was a great cowboy. He represented Texas. He represented being a great black man, and so we're gonna all come together and salute him on the way he lived and stand with
Yeah.
the family in solidarity, man, and the many others that we're gonna go through in the future, because this is all we got. We gotta stand for each other, because once we gone, that's it. So we need to appreciate the time we got right now, and I'm gonna appreciate it by appreciating y'all presence. Go on the Houstonian, the Houston haters hate to hear. And I do scream it loud and clear, 24/7, 365. I represent the truth. Critical show. Good news GP on mind. Remember, no matter what you go through, no matter what you go through in life, never sit down and never lay down. But do what you was meant to do. Do what God made you to do. And in all things you go through, stand up. We appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for y'all presence. Slick Talk Monday night. I hope to see y'all Thursday night for the critical show. We got some magnificent, and then come back Friday night for the recap. We got more of the Queen Angela, but y'all are gonna know it if you hear. And make sure you bring somebody like they said in church, man. So yeah, we can have a good old time. But I'm out. One love.
Yeah. Appreciate that, brother Emmanuel. Yes. On July 19th, we will be having the Kids Summer Food and Clothing Drive
Yeah.
in Trinity Garden, Curry Road Park. We have so many different things for the community, food, clothes, shoes, you know, even suits. You know, so yes, the community, you know, is definitely standing up, you know, on this one. Also, Wednesday night, new show from our sister Natural, the chairwoman of the Hugh P. Newton Gun Club, Houston chapter. The name of the show is Something Won't Change. You know, so y'all make sure that y'all tap in this Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. It's going down the show. A very interesting topic uh, with some special guests as well. You know, so also, hey, shout out to Mr. Ricky Jason, man. We see you, player.
Look, he
Yeah,
on there.
you know, we definitely appreciate all your support, Mr. Ricky. Laquita, you know, everybody, you know, that's always tapped in with us. You know what I'm saying? Every time we go on and bring the community awareness of what's going on around them, especially the corruptness in our community. You know, so we definitely appreciate y'all, man. You know, y'all just don't understand how much we appreciate y'all. But make sure that y'all tap in this Wednesday, 8 o'clock. I thought we won't change. Say it's going down. Salute to our sister Natural, chairwoman of the Houston P. Newton Gun Club. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, so And Thursday night, you know, we'll have another excellent show for y'all. We're gonna have, hey, we got some shit to talk about Thursday night. So y'all make sure that y'all tune in. So basically, you know, it's gonna be damn near a show every night, you know, with different people, of course, you know, so appreciate everybody that's tuned in, you know, that's been tapping in, everybody that's been sharing. We appreciate all of our sponsors for the event on next month, you know, but for now we're finna get out of here. We'll see y'all Wednesday night on the Natural Show. I thought we won't change. Salute to everybody, man. Say we love y'all back. Hey, when we up out of here, man.